Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to another sort of rant time. The rant times nowadays have basically come away for me to help bring some form of news or rants or something to you all lovely individuals watching, and sort of give my take on certain things. Now, this is not one that's sent to me by any specific individual. I haven't gotten this by another person. I've actually looked at this myself. So recently, for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go just came out, and I'm in love with it. I love Pokemon Go. It's actually like one of the games that I go out for like these 5-kilometer walks nowadays on to hatch eggs and capture new Pokemon and keep these 5 gyms that I have in my area completely secured alongside the teammates that I have. Luckily, everyone in this neighborhood pretty much picked the same team. But it's been a fun little game. Now, for those of you who don't know what Pokemon Go is, Pokemon Go, again, is an app just released by Nintendo. It is a location-based game where you walk around your actual neighborhood in real life and hunt for Pokemon using augmented reality. It is a brilliant game. I do like it. You know, it's pretty simplistic right now, but hey, you know, it's got all the foundations for it, and I hope it can only get better from here. But Pokemon Go has apparently got a darker side to it, as told by some of these websites that I've found. Now, recently, in my searches on the internet, I've come across a lot of these sites such as BuzzFeed and fucking these other lovely, amazing, brilliant, logical websites. I can't say that with a straight face. And I don't know what to say other than, holy shit, let's put this stuff into perspective. Now, a lot of people have been sort of worrying about this, and basically what's going on is Pokemon Go, whenever you install it and link it to your Google account, because you need a Google account to play the game, as far as I know, on the Android platforms. I think there's something else on iOS, but I think everyone actually straight up just needs Google to use it. I think Google is the actual only way to use this entire app, or to create a credential for it. The only reason Google is used is so that you can link your already made credentials to this platform without actually making a new account on it itself. It allows you to also cloud save your games and to unlock achievements using the Google Play services. Pretty cool stuff, pretty interesting, but apparently, this game uses full access to your Google account. Now, the scary part about full access to the Google account is full access allows the app itself to look through your emails, send emails even, and look through things such as Google Photos and whatnot. There's a lot of access they have to your Google account. Full access means full fucking access. And the thing is that app developers have to actually set if they want basic account access or full account access. It's actually a setting they have to pick through. So when this app came out with full account settings, it's kind of weird because people look at a big app developer like, Nintendo and Niantic collaborating and think, whoa, why do they want full account access? This was obviously a deliberate fucking choice. They're looking through all my data. Holy shit, they got all my nudes I have on Google Photo. And that's not necessarily the case, as I've been reading on certain sites on the internet. Now, what's actually going on, for those of you who don't know, is in order to create this Google Play service on this app and sort of to utilize it, they have to use an API. For those of you who don't know what an API is an application programming interface, whatever you want to call it. Is basically a set of routines and underlying code that is used for building software applications. Basically, what APIs do is they detail how software components should interact with each other, and they're typically used for programming graphical user interfaces. Typically, the better your API is, the better your programmer can the better your programmer can make their app. Basically, by having a good API, you're essentially given these great toolkits, you're given all these lovely building blocks, you're given an amazing foundation. And the better your building tools and your foundation is, the better the end product can be. That's the simplest way I can tell you guys an API. There's many different kinds of APIs that exist, many different kinds, and a lot of programmers rely on these things to make their apps function, not just with specific types of hardware, but with specific types of software engines and specific types of basically anything else in the software industry, or anything you can deal with. I'm trying to figure out the most layman ways I can explain it, trying to figure out the ways I can just make it so that it reaches a wider group of audience over here. I'm sure if there's people who want to explain it in a very detailed manner, the comment section is below. But that's what APIs are, that's essentially what it is. The problem here with this Pokemon Go app is the API that Niantic is using is apparently outdated. It's actually old, and the usage of full account access is visible to everyone. We all can see that they have full account access, but apparently Google has come out and said that they don't have full account access. They're actually just using basic. The only problem is that it's an older version of the API. Granted, if they used the newer version, we wouldn't have these issues. We'd just be seeing basic, and this wouldn't be a big problem. But of course, it is a big problem because this is a big app, and it's actually really doing well for Nintendo right now, and some people just look at these little things and they blow it out of proportion, when it really isn't something that is to be blown out of proportion. Myself, I'm a paranoid security geek about this sometimes, but even I know that this is some bullshit going about, and I gotta sort of straighten out some of this bullshit and sort of lay down some truth bombs on some people. You don't have to worry. Nintendo's not looking through your nudes, your emails, or sending emails even. And hell, even then, if that was for me, that Google account that I use is fucking completely useless. I never use the Google account unless it's, actually linking it with certain apps, really. It doesn't even store any information, really. That's entirely separate. I keep it completely different just because I'm a paranoid fucking junkie about this stuff. But there is nothing to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to worry about at all. In fact, Google has come out saying, and Niantic has come out and said, that they're going to update the app with the lower account settings, so making sure that it's visible to everyone, and that no way, shape, or form that your account could be compromised, or no way that your account could be given any more access than it really should be when creating credentials. Now, of course, the scary part about the full account access is, and I totally agree with this, some people say that by giving an app full account access, which you should never do, by the way, because that, again, gives them access to your really personal information. And unfortunately, even if an app is very secure and it's run by a very secure company that does care for your privacy, by giving them your full Google account access, if so company was to get hacked or intruded into, then you're fucked. Your account information is kind of sent out, and people can look into the really nitty-gritty stuff because it's being transferred through their servers as well. They got that full account access, of course. And as always, make sure you check your Google settings to make sure nothing has your full account access. If any app does, I would really advise that you check the application and see if it's worthy of getting your full account access, which 99% of the times it really shouldn't. And this app, while it does show full account access, I do have full faith in Nintendo, Niantic, and Google especially when they say that they're not actually peddling out your information. That would lead to a lot of lawsuits, a lot of federal problems, a lot of law enforcement issues would arise, and I don't think any parties want that, and I don't think any parties were out to do that. A lot of people look at this information as very valuable, very secure, but of course, if you're a paranoid motherfucker like me, maybe you want to hold off on Pokemon Go when said update does arrive. Me, on the other hand, I'm not worried about it. I guess I'm just too hooked onto the game to actually give a fuck, but I just take my word for it. Don't be worrying about this kind of stuff. Don't read these BuzzFeed articles and be scared about Pokemon Go stealing your data, because in some cases this is just a very simple mistake, and here it's everyone's fuck up. It's Nintendo's fuck up, it's Niantic's fuck up, and it's Google's fuck up. But it's just a little fuck up right now, and hopefully it'll get updated and patched out on both the iOS and Android. Until then, I'm going to end this video out, and I'm going to ask you what you think about Pokemon Go so far. I myself am enjoying it. And just one final thing, of course, I do like talking about video games, and I like talking about sort of the gritty side of computers, and hey, I guess I can combine those two aspects into one video, and hopefully it leads to an entertaining thing. Now, of course, one thing you might have noticed, this is just gameplay. I'm going to switch up rant times. Maybe I might have the face on here, maybe I might have gameplay. It's just a little more diversity, give each video its own feeling, more so than it is now, and because I like to try different things, it's just how the game's going to be played from now on, okay? Sometimes you might have my face when things need to get really personal, or sometimes you might have the gameplay if, all it really needs is gameplay. That being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this stuff in the comment section below. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.